Hey everyone, it's your boy Skinny Penis, and my friend Nightheart Reviews, great guy. Go watch him. Probably gonna leave a link in the description. But he recently did a thing where he responded to Puds, the Lord, oh Lord Jesus Christ, Amen of YouTube. Hold on, I want to grab my soda. Grab my soda. It's cold. What makes it nice cold? This time sponsored by Coca-Cola. I'll believe this. But anyways, Feuds recently made a video called "Why Am I So Embarrassed?" And wouldn't you know it? All right. I'm gonna let you guys guess. What do you think would happen in a video on the internet talking about embarrassment? There's only two possibilities with this, and one of them has to do with him fucking a corpse of a pig or something. No, that's not the one. The other thing. Anime. The fucking unholy thing that gets me excluded from a lot of conversations. Oh. But basically in the vid, and I haven't watched it myself, mostly because I've been too busy playing Love Live, School Idol Festival, and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, Fire Emblem Awakening for the second time over, Seven Granddad, Lego Dimensions. I play a lot of games. I realize that. I don't have a life. Anyways, um, so he basically was like, oh well, he tried to show it in a positive light, but saying embarrassed kind of like gives the wrong idea. It's not. That's what I think it is. But like, so basically, he said like, oh well, I'm embarrassed to like anime, which I know it's a thing that people go through. And in fact, hell, I was a little bit embarrassed before I like, cause my editor was like, "Oh, anime sucks," and I'm just like, "But fuck you! I'm putting up an entire 13 episode long series of me reviewing an anime, and then a 12 episode long series that could have gone into 13 of me playing an anime looking dating sim where I can date John Chuan." Oh, and also a game where I date an anime fire demon. That's my life. But yeah, so at first I was a little kind of like ashamed too. I was like, oh, just, I'm a fucking idiot. But then over time I'm like, yes, some good shit right there. And yeah, it just kind of clicked. That that's how it worked. But then like over time I just became more and more open about it, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'm just fucking anime. That's good. Some good shit right there. And I will say, I do have some anime that, or at least I feel like I do. Yeah, I do. I have a couple of anime that I'm ashamed that I like. I mean, unlike my friend Nightheart, who is ashamed to like Monster Musume, which I'm just like, yes, su besto. And I'm not ashamed to say I thoroughly enjoyed Sao. I thought it was a good anime. While a lot of people say like, oh, it's the shittiest thing in the fucking world. And my first anime was Attack on Titan, technically, because it was the fucking one that got me started on this goddamn thing. And I just like anime. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with liking it. It's just that Some people are just a little, um, a little bit too obsessed with feeling like they shouldn't like it. And I guess I can understand that. Like, I'm ashamed to have watched some anime, just watched in general. Like, a certain 3-part series that is the anime equivalent to Two Girls, One Cup. I've also seen Baku no Pico, okay? I watched it. Terrible. God awful. And I'm ashamed that I watched it, but I can admit it. I can admit it. And like there are some anime that I didn't like that a lot of people did. Like I think Dot Hack is horrible because I just like I don't really know how to describe it in this very moment, but I just didn't like it, and that's okay. That's my opinion. I prefer SAO over Dot Hack. I mean, like, the only time I'll say anything good about Dot Hack was from the Cross Zone games, which were honestly some pretty damn good 3DS games. Go buy them. But, like, when it comes to. I got off topic there, I'm sorry. But when it comes to, like, anime, that's a thing that people really need to, like, get over. It's like, so what? You like either it's either you like it or you don't. What's the fucking difference? Like I can confidently say like I play mobile games and handheld games more often than my console games and I enjoy them more and not feel ashamed. I can say, yeah, I think that I don't agree with the idea that the new Ghostbusters was shitty. I think it was honestly pretty decent in a lot of places. It's just that some points the comedy was off. And I can and I'll get shit thrown at me and I'll be fine with it. But like all of a sudden it's like when you turn it to anime, it's like, oh yeah, I enjoyed Monster Musume. I'd fuck the slime. Everyone's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's some baby shit. That's some like children shit. That's like something you show your fucking 4-year-old on a Saturday morning so that they shut the fuck up. And then I'm like, oh yeah, because Attack on Titan is totally for children, because Monster Musume is totally for fucking children, because fucking everything on Hentai Haven is totally for children. Am I right, guys? It's like the same argument with like back when The Simpsons first came around. I think it was like, or like Simpsons or Family Guy. It was like, why would you fucking watch this? It's a cartoon. Cartoons are for kids. And then it's just like all of a sudden it's like, fuck you, we make adult cartoons. And then so like what's the difference between the Aqua Teen Hunger Force and fucking like Baka and Test? Absolutely fucking nothing. They're both cartoons that are animated for adults. Like, what's the difference from watching like a animated porn with like characters from American Dad compared to an animated porn featuring like fuck I don't know Nozomi and Ellie from Love Live? Fucking nothing. It's both the same fucking thing. It's just cartoons for adults. And like, sure, me, a fucking 15-year-old kid watching something like Love Live would be pretty like weird. But then again, I'm fucking weird, and it'd be weird. Like, sure, you could say like, oh, but it'd be weird if you're like 27 and still watching Love Live. But wouldn't that just be the same as saying like you're 27 and it's weird that you're watching Family Guy or like fucking a show from your past that you enjoyed thoroughly? Like I still go back and watch fucking Blue's Clues every now and again because I grew up with that shit and I loved it. I mean, it doesn't hold up nowadays for the most part, or at least like for the most part, it's still okay. But like that's like saying like, oh well, you're too old to go back and watch something from your childhood, you fucking idiot. Is basically the same as saying, Oh, you're too old to have memories from when you're 4. Fucking like the fuck? Does that make sense to you? Because this doesn't make sense to me. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that why should I care if someone says anime is stupid? Alright, fine. That's your opinion. Fuck off now. I want to get back to watching Love Live. Or like anime is cool. It's like, okay, cool. Fucking bye now. Going back to playing some Fire Emblem. Like, it's like back when video games started off. It's just like with when adults would play video games, it'd be like, oh, that's just kid shit. It's like, okay, bye, fuck you, trying to get to the warp zone, level 2, like 1-2. Okay, bye, bye. And like it's repeating itself all over again with anime. It's like, oh, you watch Love Live, or like, oh, you watch Monster Musume, you're fucking pervert, you're stupid, that's kid shit. It's like, okay then, bye bye, fuck off, no one cares. That's your opinion, okay, bye. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's a losing argument for whoever's trying to argue with you, because it's like, all right, that's your opinion. I don't give a shit. Like, it's the same with like console wars too. Wrapping that into this, it's like I was always on the side of Nintendo because it's like, oh, what game systems do you have? I have a GameCube, I have a Wii, I have a DS, I have a DSi, I have a 3DS, I have a Game Boy Color, I have a Game Boy Advance, I have an Advance SP. It's like I had a lot of Nintendo shit because it's my mom's. And but they're like, no, I mean like, do you got? They're like, oh yeah, man, you got like PlayStation, you got like Xbox, like you know. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, I don't understand American job of the hut talk. And they're like, yo man, you got any PlayStation? You got like an Xbox? You got what games you got? And I still get those questions today, cause it's like, you'll see me at lunch and I'll be on my phone and like playing Love Live, like. Todo quedarse sin anywhere. No matter what, se quedaba gas in the. And they're like, yo, what game is that? And it's like, oh, it's just Love Live School Idol Festival. And they're like, what is it? And I'm just like, it's an anime game. And they're like, okay. This actually happened to me. My ELA teacher, one of the best teachers in the school. My hat goes off to you if I had a hat. Um, she put on a song by, I think it was like, um I don't know, it was either like Jay-Z or like some Kanye West shit, and I'm sitting there like, and she's like making us analyze the lyrics, and I'm just like, there aren't. And I'm just like, I raise my hand. It's like, I don't see any lyrical integrity to this. I don't see any meaning behind it. And then some bitch in the back of the room was just like, oh yeah, then what music you listen to? And it's like, I listen to anime and video game soundtracks, bitch. I mean, I didn't add that last part, but like, I listen to anime, and she's just like, those don't even have words. And I'm just like, the fuck? I was half ready to pull out like fucking Live and Learn, like What I'm Made Of, the fucking English version of Snow Halation, and I'm just like, okay, now what are those? What are those then? What are those that I'm hearing? Oh, can I make out a sentence? Oh yes, I can. What are those called again? What are those called again, bitch? They're called words. Learn them. And it's like, like I could understand. I get more lyrical meaning. I get more meaning out of the lyrics of a fucking Japanese pop song performed by 9 like high school age girls than I do out of a fucking rap song by someone who's like twice my age. Like, And like, if I'm saying that when I'm like 22 or something, you'd be like, yeah, that's creepy. But I'm high school age too. But like, I think that's the thing. It's like people are so see anime as such a like weird thing, the same way that people saw games as such a weird thing back then. And I feel like once you just kind of realize that, it's like, oh, but wait, I can go out and say I played video games, so why can't I say that I watch anime too? But then you realize, oh wait, yes, I fucking can, because this is literally the same thing that happened with video games all those years ago. And now look at it. Video games are bigger than ever. Anyways, final words, guys. Video games are cool. Movies are cool. Anime is cool. It's all the same thing. Literally the same thing. So back then, someone probably said, "Oh, you watch those movies? Those are fucking kid shit." And then they came out with shit like Saw and like Friday the 13th and like, well, Ghostbusters was more of a fan. But you know what I'm saying, right? And then like when the cartoon shows, like regular cartoon shows, I mean, video games, not like, yeah, cartoon shows came out. It's like people look back on the Flintstones fondly or Jetsons or something like that, and like, oh, you still watch those? You fucking baby. It's like, okay, bye then. And then it's like video games came out, and it's like, oh, those are for kids, me. And they came out with fucking like Call of Duty and like Metal Gear, and a lot more cinematic shit that is aimed at higher audiences. And then it's like, then shows like The Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park started coming out, and it's like, oh, you watch those? Those are cartoons. They're for babies. And then they look at the first episode of like fucking South Park. There's a kid getting probed by fucking like anally probed by aliens. It's like, oh god, that is not for children. And then like it's the same thing today. It's like, oh, you watch anime? That's for fucking babies. It's like you show them the Carla's death scene from Attack on Titan, everything from Monster Musume, and like just the amount of Ghibli tibbies that are fucking thrown everywhere, and the amount of like gratuitous, and I mean like gratuitous death, and it's just like, oh, that's not for kids. Oh my god. So really, my final words are: who gives a shit? I'm gonna read you guys a quote that I myself have made, an inspirational motherfucking quote. There are many questions in life, but we must remember one thing: who gives a shit? And that's, I think, a rule that we all can live by. If we just stop giving a shit about what we like being criticized, or just like stop worrying about being criticized for something you like, realize that this has happened to people everywhere, repeatedly, nonstop. It repeated. It started like probably even before movies. Like movies came out. Oh, those are for kids. Fucking things like Friday the 13th and goddamn Saw. Like, okay, that's not for kids anymore, or at least not just for kids anymore. Then video games came out. It's like, oh, those are for fucking kids. And then shit like Mortal Kombat, the thing that created the ESRB, was made. And they're like, oh, fuck, we can't be showing this to kids. And then, like, now it's just like, oh, anime, that's for fucking kids. Show them one scene from Monster Musume, the uncensored version, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, oh, that is for kids." Hell, you could even show them the manga version, which is already an uncut, uncensored version, and you're just like, "Oh, that's not for kids." Or like Attack on Titan in its entirety, and they're like, "Oh shit, that's not for kids." Anyways, that is all for me. Please fucking punch the subscribe button and grate either the like button. Pull adulto if you didn't like it, and go sub to my friend Nightheart Reviews. He recent in his video responding to this whole Pewds thing was just it was good, and it was my inspiration to make this video. He recently made a Twitter account for himself, a Tumblr account which I have yet to follow as of right now, and a DeviantArt account which again I have yet to follow. But I am following him on Twitter, and we did have a conversation. Um, at least one. So, but also now I can just DM him if I ever need to know stuff about collabs and maybe. Oh God! And I'd also really recommend you check him out because he's mainly an anime YouTuber. I'm like his main is anime and his sub is gaming. My main is game. My sub is anime. So um, yeah, go follow him if you want. Go sub to him if you want some more anime stuff, or you could just stay here if you want more gaming stuff. Uh, the Love Live review has been pushed back a bit because apparently my Audacity saves audio files as .wav files, which are apparently fucking video files. So I'm retarded. I'm apologizing for that upright, and hopefully, if not this week, because well, I mean, it won't be. Definitely at this point, it won't be on Monday because I'm not going to be there on Monday because I have a shitload of doctor's appointments. But also, hopefully, from Tuesday on, we'll try to get it out in that time, and then I've learned my mistakes. I'm gonna redo. Um, I'm gonna rewatch another anime. It's gonna be coming out in 3 parts, and then we'll dive into the deepest, darkest abyss of referential humor. Um, so yeah, once we see snow, late, we'll get into some crappy VR games that we have to go to sleep to play, and then at a tip of a hat, I'm gonna be rapid punching you. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Nick 58 signing